My name is Ryan Harris. I'm a photographer from Cleveland Heights, Ohio. My journey as an artist, I would say, started by just wanting to document everyday life moments and things happening around me. I truly believe in a phrase that, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and I kind of stuck to that. And telling those stories and highlighting my culture and documenting it just always speaks to me, and being able to take something as simple as just a photo in a barbershop and magnify it on a scale to the world and document my culture is super special to me. Highlighting everyday activities or just everyday people and kind of turning them into heroes, I think it's super cool to me because, again, it's simply a photo, but it's all in how you take it, the intention behind it, the perspective. We could both be capturing the same thing, but if you have a pure intention of it or what it is, it really changes the whole meaning. So a lot of the photos that I took for this exhibition were things I actually just did in my own doing. This wasn't something maybe I sought out to go do. And the beauty in it is how they all came together to tell this full story. Some of these photos started as early as my photography career, spanning back about a decade. Some were rather recent, but that's what really means so much to me, and all of these people are kind of heroes in their own right for the different things that they're doing in the community. I take my role as an artist and how I'm preserving the legacy for my culture and as a photographer super seriously. I realized kind of midway through my journey that what you invest your time in as a photographer and what you put out into the world, it goes a long way. So if you just take pictures of birds, nothing's wrong with that at all. That's totally needed in society, but every single picture you take, you have to remember if you have a platform or what you're building, what the intention is behind it. So I kind of shifted away from certain things that maybe I did starting out and really just kind of focus my energy into specific areas. Obviously, aside from business, anything I do kind of passion related, it always stems from the core of, how can I further push my culture, further tell these stories, amplify us, because these pictures will live on way longer than myself. I think this exhibit actually aligns perfectly with my goals as an artist. Again, when I was presented with the opportunity, it was kind of a no-brainer for me, being able to share some of the photos that I had that came to mind. Also just kind of clicked naturally. I consider myself a photojournalist, so a lot of the work I do is really just, again, intention-based. It's not something that I have to set out to do, or I always have a camera on me, and it can be just a simple moment. One of my most special photos to date is a photo of a little black girl getting her hair done by her mother. That little black girl happens to be my daughter, and this is something that they did every other week like clockwork, but one particular time I'm like, something about this is just speaking to me, and I want to capture this and document it. And that photo went on to be, again, one of the pinnacle moments in my career so far. So I take it very seriously, and pretty much anytime I'm hitting that shutter button and putting that out into the world, is this something that I want to use my voice for. Artists Run the Streets to me really means everything. It's kind of exactly what it sounds like. We are the voice from artists all over the world in any community. Those artists are telling that story of that, whether it's cultural, whether it's a community based, but so many different basically areas artists cover, and in one way or another, again, whether it's visually, whether it's through another way of your art, you're telling that story. And as far as running the streets, basically, when we click up and we come together, it's a special moment. Seeing a lot of artists together, and obviously being a part of that to me is super dope. A good example of the work that I've done and how it's transformed lives and communities. Again, taking pictures for being a photographer for almost a decade, I've had opportunities to work with, children at school for different projects. Again, seeing my own work in established museums. And I think the biggest thing for me, one of my shining moments, again, with my exhibition, Sincerely Us, that was at MoCA, Cleveland, was being able to see students come in and see children come in and seeing somebody that looks like them, and moments that on the wall, these things that, again, maybe everyday occurrences, but they're seeing wow, that's us. That's us on that wall. This guy looks like us. This is possible. Again, my daughter is a huge inspiration, And, she constantly tells me like, you're a great photographer. And, that really means a lot. So again, I think the youth is the biggest thing for me. And even if not youth, like inspiring other photographers, whether it be, whatever your race, gender, sex, same age, older, just pick up your camera is what I tell a lot of people when they ask for advice on, how to do this or how to do that, or how did you get to this point? Just go shoot. If I had to lend some advice to the youth in regards to, photography and how they can amplify their culture and be a voice, it would be to stick to what's true to you, be authentic, don't, chase anything. Again, what naturally came to me was just document my culture. It took years to figure out, business aside, like, what speaks to you, what kind of photographer are you? Because again, it's so many different lanes that you can actually go down. And when it starts from just the love of documenting a photo, that could be nature, it could be a number of things. It could be sports, but document my culture is just the natural calling. Just things that are so minute and just so small, but within my culture means so much, like just gold teeth. Again, a kid growing up in the 90s and essentially, a no limit music era, like, gold teeth were like symbolic to wealth, to riches. And obviously people still wear them today, but that's a special moment in time when they really like were pivotal in like the mid 90s. So I could see somebody with a grill, of gold teeth, and if it's something that speaks to me, just, hey, mind if I get a photo of that, or take it a step further and invite them to actually step into my studio and do a shoot. So things so minor. Again, black hair, the same thing. Being a father of a black daughter and seeing her constantly get stopped in different places of, oh, can I touch your hair? Or your hair is beautiful. Our hair is a big deal, and I see how it shifts pop culture. So one of my exhibitions was called Heritage, spelled like hair. So just these little things that again could really, to some people might mean nothing, but to me they mean a lot. And I think when my story's done being told and all of these things come together, hopefully it'll be really dope. I'm from Cleveland. That means being an underdog. That means sometimes being laughed at. It means sometimes being called the mistake by the lake. But that's what sets us apart and gives us the resiliency like no one else in the world.